Hello everybody, and welcome back to How to Build a 105 Thunderchief. 10 minutes at a time. What's up everybody? And good morning. And welcome back to the shop. What we have here, all parting planed up, ready to mold, is the first part on the 105 Thunderchief. That's right, that is my canopy. Okay, kind of got a little busy last night after my last episode of Bob TV, and got to work on my canopy. Okay, now the first thing I did is I went ahead and hit it again with 1200. Want to get all that Texas dirt off of it, make her shiny again. Okay, got her all smooth. Okay, this is before I put it on these blocks, people. This is the first things I did when I pulled it off that plug. Hit it with 1200 again, got her smooth. Okay, then I used my Final Cut cleaner. Okay, and I didn't buff this on, I just used a paper towel and hit it real hard, in circles, and man, you wouldn't believe all the grime I got on that paper towel. And then I went over it with the show car glaze by hand height, and that made that dude smooth, man. It was smooth. Then I hit it with the honey wax, top, bottom, sides, ends, whole thing. 3 coats. And you just work this stuff in, man, small circles with your sock, and get it warm, and let it really penetrate. 3 coats. Alright, buffed her up. Then my Pardol number 10. Okay, this is my mold release. I love this stuff. There's kind of a learning curve to it, okay? And the best advice I can give you is a lot of air pressure and very little mist. Okay, and if you're having trouble getting that mist out of that Pardol, put a little bit of water in it. That's what I had to do. Not much, just a little. Because you want that to come out so thin, you can't even tell you sprayed it. Okay, you don't put that on like paint, man. Just fast. A lot of air pressure. Hit it one time. Don't go back over it till you can see it wet. Remember, we just put all that wax on there. If you get any kind of buildup at all, bam, fisheye. Okay? But you basically want it so thin that, you just go across it once. That's it. Across the middle, come over to the other side, choom, choom. Okay? Now, you basically want it so thin that it's already dry over here by the time you get over there, But you wait a couple minutes, till it's dry, and then do it again. Do that like 3 times, and man, you get a really nice finish. And see, people, the last coat of your Pardol, the very top of this is the finished mold, okay? Because this Pardol sticks to the new epoxy. That's my mold I'm putting on. When we wash it off, we're going to have this surface right here. This is going to be the surface of my mold when we wash that Pardol out of there. So we want this really smooth and slick. Okay? And that is, man, that looks good. I even hit it with the tack cloth. You hit it with the tack cloth too, just like you're painting. And make sure there ain't no bumps, nothing. 'Cause you want that pretty smooth, and then your parts will come out better. And I want these parts to come out nice. I got a couple things I'm going to go over with you today. Okay, after I got this waxed up real good, after I did my my cleaner, my glaze, and my wax, I put my parting planes on. This first one, so I just drilled a couple holes right there. That's going to help hold it in place. That's one of the other things I told you I was going to use this for, them plugs. But there's going to be something else I'm going to show you later. And it's going to be awesome, but you got to leave the cliffhanger in there. But you're going to like how them plugs ended up helping out this situation. Okay? And then I just put some screws in it. And man, that thing came out so flat, people. I cannot believe how flat that came out. Because that was my whole dilemma on cutting these hatches out. You know, I've never done it before like this. I was just so worried they was going to wobble on a flat board. You know? But that came out so perfect. I can't believe it. I'm kind of shocked myself. Now see how I did that with that jig. I jigged that plane up level. Made me a jig, drew a line with my jig on both sides, took that jig and moved it straight over to the other side. Marked it, and man, I just can't believe how awesome that came out. But I still had to pack just a tiny amount of clay because you could just, I don't want no resin seeping under this. Because this is a part and plane and this is a part and plane. In the back. Because this back, I got to put one back here because, okay, if you look at that piece, I had to angle this back piece just a little bit. That is not straight up and down. You do that so your canopy will go on and off, because if you just make it square, it won't want to fit in the square hole, you know, because you got to pin the front. So it's got to go in there at an angle. And so therefore, that has to be angled. Okay, and if I just tried to mold this whole thing without this board, a part would not come off. I wouldn't even be able to get this plug out because of that angle. It will be locked in place. So, I'm putting the parting plane here. After I get this first coat of resin on, and my first, you know, layer, all this glass, get that all done, then I'll take off this board. Bam. Okay, then I'll have that fiberglass going straight up down to this board. Okay? You guys following this? When I take this board off, I'll have my fiberglass, my finished edge fiberglass, and that will be my parting plane for my next piece. And this board, because I got to do it on the bottom too. And that will give me a really nice seam right there. Now when I lay these parts up, I will bolt this on first. So that'll be basically a seamless edge. And I can lay all that up in one piece. And then when I pull it off, I'll pull off this back. When I pull my part out of my mold, I'll pull off this back piece, pull off the bottom piece, bam, come right out. So that's my purpose for doing that. Well, now I've got this ready to mold up. Man, we're running out of time. I'm going to have to make a bunch of videos today, I guess. Now this is the resin I'm going to be using. I got to show you guys this because we got newcomers coming in and they don't know this stuff. So you old timers just got to deal with it. This is my resin, AL8-2108. Okay, I really like this resin. Okay, it's clear. It don't have a real powerful odor to it. Dries up really hard. It's not flexible, and I really like it. It's gonna for molding and laying up my parts. Okay, and it comes with a hardener. 2108 hardener. Okay, these come from Associated Industries. We got a link to them on my website. Call them, tell them B1 Bob sent you. You get the B1 Bob special. They sell all this stuff. They sell honey wax. I really like that honey wax. That stuff works awesome. Parts just pop right out. And part all. And the glaze I got at the auto parts store. So that's the part. That's what I'm going to be using. And I got some 10-ounce cloth, and I got some heavy stuff. It's like 40 ounce. And we're going to make these molds up. So we'll see you guys back in the shop in just a few minutes, right after these commercial messages.